guys, it's Alicia and my husband Jarrett. We are back with our week 2 kind of update and weigh-in on our Weight Watcher journey.
And Bella.
And Bella is apparently joining us. So I'm going to just kind of start talking about how it went for me this week. And really, the short of it is it went pretty well. I think I had one day where I was feeling a little more hungry than I normally would, because normally I really don't get hungry on this plan. But the day that I was feeling hungry was also a day that I was kind of dealing with some stress. And so I think that kind of was really the main reason for it, because I think...
I wasn't stretching you out, right?
No.
Okay. Good.
That's always good. So, like a lot of people, when I get stressed, I get hungry or I want to eat. So I think that's what that was about. For how I did with my point usage, I don't think I said last time, but I get 30 points on this plan. And I didn't go over them any day but Friday. In fact, I think I was usually a point or two under every day. But Friday, I really did it up and not only used my daily points, but I used 24 of my weekly points, which was a lot on one meal, must I add. One meal, yeah. So I used a total of 54. That's 54, right? I can't do math. 54 points for Friday. And I ended up the week with 11 of my weekly points because I get 35 a week. So at least I ended up with some points, I guess. So as far as exercise goes, I think we both did pretty well with that this week. I exercise every day, if not doing the hill outside of our house with my husband, which takes us 30 minutes roughly to do. I did the elliptical, which I do for 40 minutes. And some days I did both. And I think there was one day where I did the elliptical because you didn't do the hill. We need to keep better track of our exercise because as we were reflecting back, we couldn't remember exactly what we did, but I know I exercised every day. So that was good. As far as water, I think that was good too. I probably did my gallon every day, not necessarily water, but green tea. I've been drinking a ton of green tea. I'm really, really liking the green tea, which you clearly do not. I don't know why you don't like green tea, really. It's good for you. And it helps with weight loss.
There's a lot that's good for me that I don't want anything to do with.
So I've been drinking a lot of green tea, but I've been drinking water too, and that's primarily what I've been drinking. So I think that was it for me as far as how my week went.
So I had a good week. For the most part, I didn't really have a challenging day. I did eat more on Sunday. Thinking back to it, I can't necessarily remember why.
You ended up eating half of one of the kids' sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why I did that.
Oh, I don't know why.
But you know, the first week I had at least 1 or 2 days that were really hard, and this last week I didn't.
You weren't stressed out this week.
That must be why.
Yeah.
So the daily points, I typically I don't use my points fully. I usually have 1 or 2 left over.
Yeah.
Sunday I went over by 5, and so I got 5 into my weekly points. So I get 42, and I used 5.
He just wanted to make me look really, really bad because I used 24.
It's true, you're my motivation. One thing that did happen though is that because I ate an additional half sandwich, I counted that, but I made the mistake of hitting save, and so it saved my meal as having 1.5 servings. And so for 3 days following that, I didn't have very many. It didn't seem like I had very many points at the end of the day, and I was confused by that. And I figured out what happened, and so the last couple of days I've had my full points and I've used more, so got to eat more, which was satisfying.
So you were tracking that extra sandwich
For no
unbeknownst to you.
Yeah, for no reason. I was wasting points.
Which was like 5 extra points each day that you weren't actually getting.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Yeah, that is. That's like, something. I don't know what, but.
Yeah. The exercise is going good. Like we said, I didn't do the hill one day, and I can't remember why that was. The hill's getting easier. It feels like my body's just responding better. My legs aren't getting as tired, but the lactic acid isn't building up. I definitely huff and puff because it's a hill. It's a pretty steep hill.
It's a pretty good hill.
But it feels like my body's, utilizing the oxygen better, which is, a sign that I'm getting back in shape.
So is Bella.
So is Bella.
We're getting Bella back in shape.
She's not losing weight.
She's not. We weighed her. She's not lost any weight, but she has been going on the walk with us basically every time, and we've kind of increased her too.
Yeah. And then my water intake has been where it needs to be. So when I'm at the days that I work, I drink a gallon really easy. I have this kind of pattern I go through to get my daily intake, and then on the weekends, I'm hitting at least 3 liters. So I'm really close to a gallon every day. And that's key. I'm not retaining water. It's helping with my hunger. It's just, it helps your body function better. So I think that really is key to feeling better and being successful on this,
I agree.
the way we're approaching Weight Watchers. So one change that I did make, so when we moved here and I lost the initial weight, I was going to see a nutritionalist at the VA, and one of the things that she was focused on was my protein intake. She wanted to make sure I was getting enough protein, really focused on that. Because I'm not seeing her anymore, I want to make sure that I'm getting my protein, and I was worried about that. So I ended up buying a thing of protein, and I've used this in the past. It's IsoPure, what is this, creamy vanilla?
Yeah.
One scoop is a point. I actually think 2 scoops is a point, but I don't use 2, so I'd have to calculate that. But 1 scoop is a point. I add it to my oatmeal in the morning, and that's made the morning meal more satisfying and stick with me longer. So I think that's one reason why I'm not having challenging days is that. And then the other thing that I think we're both doing is we have these Premier Protein
And
shakes.
I got to give credit to Crystal Evans for those, because she's the one that told me about those to put in my coffee. And so I was using them for my coffee originally, and then we discovered that they're only 2 points and they're 30 grams of protein. So you're using them.
Yeah, so before we started Weight Watchers, when I would come home, I would snack, and so I would eat a lot of cottage cheese, too many servings. Or I would, look at, crackers or nuts or something like that, and it became this pattern, this habit, so I would come home, I wanted to eat. Well, I don't really have anything to fill that void now. And so what I do now is I drink that shake. It's just 2 points. It's easily absorbed, not the shake, the points. Yeah, probably. And it's fulfilled that need, or it triggers a satisfaction from that habit of coming home and consuming something. So,
do those curb your hunger a little bit too, because they are a nice dose of protein?
Yeah, I would assume, because again, I haven't really struggled at all this week, and those were the changes I made. Yeah. So it makes sense that that's helping with the hunger.
So those come in a lot of different flavors. Sam's Club carries multiple flavors anyway, and that's where we buy those.
Costco has them.
Costco also has them. I don't think Costco actually carries as many flavors as Sam's does. I think they only had, online, because our Costco's 2+ hours away, so we don't go to Costco anymore, but we checked online. I think they only had 4 flavors online. Sam's has probably 6 at least in store. And Costco and Sam's are very similar in price on those two, but they're both definitely considerably cheaper than buying them somewhere like Walmart. So we'll be getting way more of those.
Yes.
Next trip. So that's it for your week?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and insert my weigh-in first this week, and then his weigh-in, and this was today. So I'm going to go ahead and insert those now. Okay, as you can see, my weigh-in was 146.8, and my weight last Friday was 150.2. So that is a 3.4 pound drop, which is funny because it was a 3.4 pound drop last week. So apparently 3.4 is my number, but I was really happy with that. I was actually going to be happy if I even lost a pound, to be honest with you. So that was great, and my total weight loss for the 2 weeks then is 6.8 pounds. You're up.
You got a real part of my mouth.
Thanks.
So as you can see, I weighed in today at 279.2 pounds, which is 6.4 pounds down from last week, for a total weight loss since we started doing Weight Watchers of 10.8 pounds.
He had to beat me.
Well, again, I'm a dude.
Yeah, that is a real thing.
Traditionally, yeah.
Yeah, traditionally.
Yeah, I think science supports that. I mean, there's the rare case that doesn't fit that.
But you did really well.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You did really well, too.
Thanks. So that's it, I guess. We will be back next week to let you know how we're doing and do another weigh-in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.